What's up my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna make some beer cocktails. You all know I'm a huge cocktail aficionado, that's not a surprise for anyone, but what you may not know is I'm not a huge beer drinker. I mean, I love a good beer from time to time, no doubt about it, but I'm more circumstantial, I would say. So that's probably the reason why I never made beer cocktails before on the channel. But today I have a very good reason to change that. I just made my first homebrewed beer, so of course I feel like using it. But don't worry, at home you can also use store-bought beers for the cocktails. It's gonna work perfectly as well. So my friends, without further ado, if you guys are ready, let's make some beer cocktails. Let's go. Today's video, my friends, is sponsored by iGulu and their F1 Smart Beer Homebrew Appliance, which is what I use to make my beer with today. The iGulu unit is perfect for anyone who wants to make beer at home, from the noob like me or the professional or experienced home brewer, because as the name suggested, it is smart. So all you need to do is to take the beer kit that's provided with all the ingredients in the fermentation keg, put that back in the machine, scan the code for the recipe, the machine will start doing its things, and you don't have to think about anything. Once the beer is ready, the cooling process will kick in to keep the beer cold and fresh, so that way you can pour yourself and enjoy a delicious beer whenever you want it to. But that doesn't stop there. You can also use it on pro mode or manual mode if you want. You can buy a little card that's gonna unlock the machine so you can use it and control everything manually. So from there you can start making wine, your own beer recipe, mead, kombucha, or anything that's fermented. So I think it is great to have that option, but I haven't explored that dye machine yet, because what I wanted to do at first with the machine is to see if I was able, with zero experience and knowledge, to brew some beer. And let me tell you, the process was very straightforward, intuitive, and super easy. So if you are interested and want to start making beer at home, or if you want to up your game as an experienced home brewer, I think the iGulu is a great idea. Plus, iGulu is offering you a pretty substantial discount if you use my promo code or my affiliate link. It's going to be in the description and pinned comment below. And just so you know, for transparency, I'm also going to get a commission for any sales made through my links. So thank you very much, iGulu, for sponsoring this episode. But now let's go make our beer cocktails, and we're gonna start with the Radler. This one, along the Shandygaff, are probably the easiest beer cocktails of them all. The Shandygaff, being older, is an equal part lager and ginger beer, while the Radler is an equal part lager again, but with sparkling lemonade. It was created in the late 1800s in Germany for recreational cyclists who wanted to quench a thirst at a low ABV. The classic Radler calls for a light lager. I'm using an amber lager, which has more malt sweetness to it, and I think it goes really nicely to counterbalance the acidity of the lemonade. So to make this one, it couldn't be more straightforward. All you have to do is, in a large glass, pour equal parts of sparkling lemonade and lager. I'm using a homemade lemonade, which is 1 part lemon, 1 part simple syrup, and 6 parts of sparkling water. But you can use a commercial lemonade if there's one you like. Actually, this is how the cocktail was created. So once you have your lemonade and your beer, all you have to do is to mix them together. I'm gonna garnish this one with dehydrated lemon. And there you have it. This is how you make the Radler. Cheers. It's hoppy, definitely hoppy. It's also citrusy, light, and refreshing, but you get some toasted malt caramel flavors from the amber, which I think is great for this concoction because it adds complexity and depth to the drink, but it also counterbalances the sharp acidity from the lemonade. So I really like it with the amber, but if you want to try it with a lighter lager, it's also going to work really nicely. It's just probably going to be even more refreshing. So that's it for the Radler, a very straightforward drink, perfect to start a beer cocktail compilation. But now let's move on with something a little more intricate. We're going to make the Zom'beer. This is definitely not the most original cocktail name I've ever come up with, I agree, but believe me, the cocktail itself makes up for it. It is highly inspired by the classic tiki drink, the Zom'beer, with the rum, absinthe, lime, cinnamon, grapefruit, and all that good stuff. But we also have the amber lager that plays a very important role, with a tad bit of bitterness, some toasted sweet maltiness, and of course a little bit of a fizz, which makes a completely different drink, yet quite reminiscent of the classic Zom'beer. So to make it, we're gonna start in a shaker with 1.5 ounces or 45 ml of aged Jamaican rum, 3/4 ounce or 22.5 ml of quality Grenadine, 1/2 ounce or 15 ml of freshly squeezed lime juice, 4 dashes of absinthe, 1 dash of cinnamon tincture, and 1 dash of grapefruit hopped bitters. Then we're gonna fill the shaker with ice. Give it a good shake for 10 to 15 seconds. Next, we're gonna fill a large Collins glass with ice. Add 4 ounces of our amber lager. Fine strain the cocktail over the beer. Add a straw, a lime wheel, and a cinnamon stick for the garnish. And there you have it. This is how I make the Zom'beer. Cheers. Honestly, I am very happy and also quite surprised how this turned out because, like I said in the intro, I don't have a huge experience in beer cocktails because that's just not my cup of tea, but this drink, I love it. We get some strong tiki vibes with the Jamaican rum, the absinthe, grenadine, lime, and cinnamon, but we don't really get the grapefruit because we only added 1 dash of grapefruit bitters, but the beer is there to replace the grapefruit juice that we usually get in a classic Zom'beer. So we have that bitterness that's usually provided by the grapefruit juice, but in a whole new different way. Like the flavor is completely different, but perfectly complementary. So I really like this cocktail. I hope you're gonna give it a try, and if you do, let me know in the comments how you liked it. Now, for the third cocktail, while I was making my research to find recipes to try today, I came across Anders's video, which is 3 fall beer cocktails, and I think he released it last year. And in his compilation, there's one that really stood out for me, the Fence Hopper, which is one of his creation. And on paper, all the ingredients seem like a match made in heaven. And he's using, for his cocktail, an Oktoberfest, which can be considered a little bit similar to an amber lager. So I thought, why not giving it a try with my own brewed amber lager, and the result was chef's kiss. So to make it, in a shaker, I'm gonna add 1 ounce or 30 ml of rye whiskey. Anders uses bourbon. I tried it with rye and really liked it, so I guess we can say bourbon or rye in this case. Next, we're gonna add 1 ounce or 30 ml of pure pressed apple juice, 1/2 ounce or 15 ml of maple syrup, 1/4 ounce or 7.5 ml of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters. Next, we simply fill the shaker with ice. Give it a good shake for 10 to 15 seconds. Then we're gonna add 3 to 4 ounces of our beer in a highball glass and fine strain the cocktail over the beer. For the garnish, instead of cinnamon like the man himself, I'm just gonna add a little bit of ground cinnamon. And there you have it, the Fence Hopper slightly revisited. Cheers. Man, that's good. We get the beer up front with its intense, sweet, toasted maltiness and a little bit of bitterness as well. Then the whiskey comes through and the finish is on the maple syrup, which is very complimentary. The little addition of lemon juice balances the slight sweetness of the drink, but it doesn't make it a sour. I think it was a clever move not to add more because really the emphasis is still on the beer, the whiskey and the maple, but it just brightened everything up with the little bit of acidity. I think it is a lovely cocktail. I should also mention that Ender serves the cocktail on the rocks and I did not. That's just because the iGulu keeps the beer very cold if you wanted to, and the cocktail is shaken, so everything is chilled already. I didn't feel the need to add ice for extra dilution, and also sometimes when you serve a cocktail that's fizzy on the rocks, I feel that it can turn flat a little bit faster. That was just a personal call. For the Zom'beer, it was like very nice with ice. I feel like this one is good with or without, and I didn't feel the need to do so. So you do you with or without ice. I think both ways are exquisite. So my friends, this is it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe before we go, to turn that bell if you want to make sure not to miss the next one. Get your iGulu if you are interested. With the promo code, all the information is going to be in the description below. So once again, thank you very much. Have a great day and see you very soon. Cheers.